end of day one. This is our final demo of today, and I'm joined by Michael from 505 Games. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Great to have you on stage.
Yeah,
how's your week 3 been so far?
It's been pretty busy, mate. We've had a lot of people up there getting hands-on with the Sniper Elite.
Yeah,
and,
that's what we're here to see, Sniper Elite 3.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We've got a live demo to show you guys actually right now, so I think we'll just cut to that straight away, and I'm just going to let you talk away. Like, where are we? What's going on? What's new in Sniper Elite 3?
Sure, well, at the moment, we're in Gaborone Oasis, so we draw on a lot of the real-world locations that are in the North African timeline. Sniper Elite 3 has expanded the environment significantly, so we've actually got environments which are up to 3 times the size of Sniper Elite V2.
Okay.
So at the moment, obviously we've got Carl Fairburn here. He's laying some traps. He's being pretty sneaky at the moment. I suspect he's just trying to cover his tail in case some AI flank up into this location and try to get his back.
What are we playing this on right now, actually? What hardware?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure what you guys have got set up, but we are out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, Xbox, and PC. So we're hitting all 5 SKUs.
Okay,
so you want it somewhere, you can find it.
I've got a feeling this might be PS4, but well, we'll try and double check that. But okay, so what's he doing here? He's kind of surveying the scene, is that right?
Yeah, at the moment it looks like he's about to tag a lot of the AI in the environment. We do a silhouette treatment on the AI now, so you can keep tabs on them, keep track of them. So it pays to be methodical and make sure that you're sort of, trying to slow things down a bit and assess things before you just start shooting away. I mean,
work out where your targets are before you blow their brains out with X-ray bullets.
We kind of pride ourselves in not being a run and gunner. You're supposed to be a thinking man shooter. You're really supposed to sort of take your time, assess a location. It's about to interact with the sniper nest here. So what that means is he can kick the sound mask on the right-hand side. It'll create a sound masking agent, so when he fires his rifle, the AI won't be able to work out where he is as quickly. Now,
so what did he kick over there? What was that thing?
Now he's jumped into a sniper nest. So this is like one of the early sub-objectives is to take out this general who's got some intelligence on Varlin, who's our antagonist in the story. And the thing we try to promote is the amount of ways you can do this is a lot of player choices there. So obviously he's gone up onto this ridgeline here and he's taking shots on him.
Oh, gee. Wow. So your X-ray camera's back.
X-ray
back
camera
of the
is
skull.
back.
Wait, is there new detail there? Is like some muscles and?
Yeah, we've got all the muscle fibers drawn now when you're actually going into the Killcam, and obviously we're doing a lot of nice stuff with the tessellation for the next gen consoles as well.
Yeah.
So that's why it's looking as spectacular as it does there.
So these guys, they didn't hear that then because of you.
Exactly, because he's timing his shots with the sound mask. He's able to get away with it. It's kind of like one of the nice mechanics we've got. We've expanded the amount of sound masking options available to the player, so you can sabotage generators. You can wait for a plane to fly overhead. There's lots of different things in the environment for the player to work out.
The classic Shawshank Redemption thunder. Does that ever happen when he's smashing through the pipe in time of the thunder?
I can reveal everything. Don't want any spoilers.
Oh wow, that was through the eye. That was just nasty.
He's doing a great job back there, isn't he? But yeah, so at the moment, obviously, he's taking the high road. He's doing some sniper shots into the environment, but he could just as easily stealth down into there. And we've got a whole bunch of new stealth moves that the player has available to them. We had one of our producers.
Let's talk about that. I want to hear about your stealth, the new stealth kind of gameplay. That's an option.
Well, for the player, we never wanted to shoehorn them into a particular play style. We wanted to make sure that they could play the game however they wanted. So if you jump into your radial menu, you've got like a bunch of different traps available to you that you can use. At your disposal, you can jump to a Sten machine gun, or you can use your silence well rod. You can get down and dirty in the environment. We've got new traps like the bouncing Betty. It's a formidable one for taking out infantry. We've got TNT if we want to use that on vehicles in the environment. But yeah, the stealth component's lovely in terms of attracting the AI now. We use something called the Flint and Tinder. And what it does is light a small brush fire, and then the AI starts to investigate the fire. Obviously, the fire can interact with other things in your kit as well, so you can blow up some TNT. They come there to investigate it, and hasta luego, they get blown up.
So a whole load of new ways to line people up so you then shoot them in the head.
Yeah, pretty much.
So where exactly is this taking place? What are these ruins? Does it look like?
This is Gaborone Oasis. So we did draw on the but we're taking the player to other parts of the World War timeline, obviously World War II, North Africa campaign.
Yep.
There's plenty of variety there for the player. There's Cyril Oasis, which is a bit later on. You guys will get to see that hopefully soon. But all these places are actually real-world locations in the World War timeline. It gave us a lot of versatile landscapes to introduce the player to and give them nice places to hunt down the AI and have some fun blowing off Nazi faces.
Perfect.
Or their balls.
Or their balls. So the shooting balls is back, is it, in Sniper Elite 3?
Shooting balls is definitely back. It's never going to leave. It's amazing. And
So I mean, that's something that's always interested me about Snipe. Really, is that shooters is obviously a very saturated market, right? But you guys seem to have managed to carve out quite a nice little niche here for yourself. This is a third game. I mean, that doesn't happen without success.
Yeah.
So I mean, how much do you think of that is down to this sniper element, this being able to blow up people's skulls, this X-ray element? I mean,
I think that's definitely one of our massive draw cards. It's
Yeah.
USP for the product. For me, it's always been fascinating. I look at it almost like it's kind of medical in a way. It's fascinating to see the inside of these skeletons. But we actually had a mercenary, and we were doing some correspondence with this guy. Just making sure all the things that we're introducing the player to make sense. And he basically said that our Killcam was worse than reality when he killed people, because he never had to be so close up to it all. So that was quite interesting. But,
except these aren't real people. So
yeah, these aren't real people. But he was like, "Oh my god, that's too much."
I think what he did sounds far worse, but okay. So actually, if you guys are watching at home and you have any questions about Sniper Elite 3, then the best thing to do would be to tweet at me at CamFrazRob, and I'll read them up here live on stage. So that's at CamFrazRob. Now, I still have some questions, though, in the meantime. So this is part of the North African campaign. And what made you, when you were planning Sniper Elite 3, decide to come to North Africa?
I think it was a nice progression for us. It certainly gives us expansive environments, and like I said, the environments are up to 3 times bigger now than they were in Sniper Elite V2. But also, there's really nice diversity in the color palette that we can offer the player there. We had a dark, gritty environment in Sniper Elite V2 for the Berlin timeline, and now we've got these beautiful orange and teal, just gorgeous color palettes that we can offer the player. And I think that's important, that you can mix things up a bit as well. You've got so many different environments around North Africa to pull the player into, that it always feels fresh and different each time you're playing a level. So that's quite exciting for us.
Okay, so I guess one of the downsides though is you can't shoot Hitler in this one, right? Or can we?
So now we have the pre-order DLC day 1 available, which is you're hunting the Grey Wolf. So
okay.
Hitler was an elusive man, and we have some FBI sketches, or there was sort of different versions of what he might have looked like. So we're playing on the fact that Hitler was using doubles and that sort of thing,
right,
and you do come in, and it's more of a detective style, trying to work out whether or not you've got the real Hitler or not before you take the shot. The consequences of the shot, obviously, is the whole German army is going to erupt when you assassinate the Führer. So you've got to be, assess the clues in the environment, work out whether or not you've got the right one, and then take him down.
Now I wonder, are there any vehicles around here we can shoot? Because I was seeing that you've actually introduced your kind of kill cam to vehicles as well, so you can see the internal parts of vehicles.
At the moment, he's overlooking this ridgeline here, and you can kind of assess in the environment if he has vehicles available to him. You can take those down and actually see the internal workings with the kill camera on the vehicle. So I think he's got one just on the left here. He might be able to get to the weak spot. But
Brilliant. This is the joys of a live demo. Shoot the vehicle for me. Go on. Perfect.
There we go. So he's tagging it up. He's getting the information back from his binoculars there, so it's highlighted the weak spot for him. Now he's zooming in. So we've got dynamic definition of that. So the panel actually breaks away. Second shot actually blows up the truck. So
sometimes when you do that shot, do you get also the slow-mo bullet cam into the engine? Is that a thing as well?
It depends. If you've actually done it to one which is full of AI, they're going to jump out as well.
We've ruined this game. I'm so sorry. Everyone now knows he's there.
That's all right. Well, that's
Shouldn't have listened to me.
We do like to champion in Sniper Elite as a play session. It can go loud. That's fine. You can relocate if things kick off, and you can actually get things back on your own terms. So that's something we like to really, we don't want players to not feel like they can't get a play session back. You get a lot of that sort of style of gameplay where people compromise the stealth and they go, oh damn, and they just restart.
Whereas
we want to say, you don't have to do that. You can actually go relocate, get things back on your own terms, and we also have a full save suite as well. So if you want to save at this exact moment, you can just push pause, go to save, and then you put a staple of it. This, or even if it's just you saving your favorite moment, you know exactly what you were doing, where you were, what was going on.
Cool.
Which is quite cool. But he seems to be handling this quite well, even though it's kicked off because he blew up a truck and pissed off the AI. They're all coming up and giving him a bit of hell now.
Is there is there like a last position indicator or anything?
Exactly. So
there it is.
We're highlighting the LKP. So what you can do is use that to your advantage if you want. You can attract a lot of attention, and then the AI are obviously going to come up. You've got awareness of where they're coming to. You can trap that up and play some, nice little cat and mouse when they arrive if they don't know where you are. We're actually using a lot of the foliage systems as well. well to make you less visible to the AI, so they won't acquire you as quickly if you're using shadows, if you're in amongst the foliage, trying to use these things to your advantage rather than, just, again, we're not a run and gun. You need to try and think about things as you're playing this and make sure that, you take a calculated and thinking man's approach to this.
Cool. So what's the ultimate part of this mission? So who are we after here?
So Gaborone Oasis, we're trying to find out more information about Valen, and there's his main generals are in this area. So we're assassinating all these generals, and we're taking the intelligence off their corpse, which is going to help us work out, where he is, what he's up to in North Africa.
Oh wow, where did that even go? Oh man, that was pretty brutal. Oh
things
dear.
are happening.
Yeah, I think we've definitely made this hard for. Is it Josh? Is that who he's playing?
So
no.
See the relocation distance ticking down. So as he's running away, the further he runs, he can actually get that relocation distance to burn down. And then, we try to, there's a bit of a delicate balance there. You don't want the AI to just go, well, he's not here, job done. When they get there, they actually do they split up, they'll do a search for you, they'll try and find you in the area. Right. And if they can't find you at that point, they'll say, okay, they won't reset to just passive, like, oh God, I don't know what's going on, there's no one around here.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, they don't do that.
They
right?
reset to passive cautious. So what that means is they're agitated, they're suspicious, things have happened, people have died around them. They shouldn't just be going back and having a conversation about, the weather or, must have been a cat.
So they will be kind of keeping their eyes peeled for you.
Yeah, we keep them in an agitated state.
So once you have revealed yourself, it never quite goes back to how it was before then.
Yeah, but you still can empower yourself to take it on again. I mean, it will, if he relocates at the moment, they fan out, finish that search, and it goes to an all clear, then it's more just the animation state, which is different. So and this behavior is slightly more suspicious. Yeah. So they'll look a bit more agitated, but they will have properly de-escalated at that point, allowing you to get back cat and mouse, sneak around, and you're not going to see them all in combat forever.
So what's the deciding factor to? Did we just die?
I think he's died.
I think we just died.
Well, that's what happens if you take on
our AI. If you shoot up trucks when people tell you to, don't do that. Big mistake. So what's the deciding factor when you pull off a headshot to getting the kill cam or not? Is it every time it's a clean headshot gives you that kill cam?
No,
or
so we wanted to make sure that they're a bit of a reward for the player, so it's not something that you just have to have all the time. But depending on the distance that you killed them at, for example, and what you shot, whether or not you've done a critical hit region on the body, or whether or not you've hit them in the head, the more distance, the more showy the sort of kill camera is going to be, just to basically reward the player for their awesome work.
Awesome. Let's have a quick check on Twitter and see if you guys have been hitting me up with some questions. We just get back there. Do we have any questions on Twitter? I hope so. It's fine if not, because I got loads more. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Loads of questions, in fact. So, how have you changed the co-op? Have you messed with co-op this time around as well?
We definitely have co-op this time around. So we've also got multiplayer straight out of the bag on launch day. So you've got a bunch of different modes there: co-op, single-player campaign. You've also got Survivor and Overwatch returning. Survivor is kind of like that horde-style gameplay, but obviously we've got all these new vehicles coming at the player: 222s, half-tracks, Panzers, Tigers, and then the Overwatch gameplay reunites the sniper and the operative in their two sort of separate roles. So you get down and dirty as the operative and start like hosing people down with a Sten machine gun if you want, while the sniper's whistling bullets over your head. You might be more calculated, get in there, with your well rod, which is an old antique silence pistol from the era. Start taking people out rather stealthily, and then he's using sound masking over your head, taking people out. No one knows where either of you are in that case. So again, player choice, trying to make sure that people play this their own way. There's nothing to say they might just grab a Panzerschreck and start blowing everyone up. That's entirely up to them as well.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks very much. That was a question, by the way, from Black Mesa. But Andrew Barnett asks, can you switch the side you're aiming when you're in third person?
Switching the side you're
aiming
in third
how,
person.
for example, if you was to click a button or whatever,
I don't think we have a shoulder switch. No.
Don't have a shoulder switch. Okay, so no shoulder switch. Another question. Here we go. Is there any way of changing the appearance, e.g., clothes of the main character? Apparently Josh would like to be able to change his clothes.
That's maybe potential for something in the future.
Potential DLC, clothes DLC, fashion of the war, perhaps.
Well, to be fair, we do allow the players to play as any of the characters they see in the game for the multiplayer. So when you're jumping on, attacking your friends, blowing each other away with your sniper rifles, you can choose from maybe play as Val in one of the bad guys, or or you can get in with a ghillie suit, run around. So there's lots of customization options in the multiplayer, but for the single player campaign, you're playing as Carl Furburn, and he doesn't dress up. He's just down and dirty sniper.
What's his story? What's his backstory?
He's basically, I mean, we play on the fact that snipers were actually kind of feared even by their own men, and they kind of like a very solitary characters, and Carl is essentially just a worker of war, so he gets things done, and he's very good at killing people, and that's just what he does. And for us to kind of explore, I guess, some of the reasons that made him the way he is. So we've gone back in time now for Sniper Elite 3. So obviously Carl's character was quite vanilla, and the reason that he's just such a methodical worker kind of comes a bit to the fore in this one. We explain why maybe he's just not actually going to try and reach out to the world and establish relationships with people anymore. He's potentially going to see some of that in this timeline.
Oh, there we go, there again. So have you added in some new kill cams? Some new parts of the body you can shoot?
Well, the regions themselves, in terms of the critical hit regions, have all been fully fleshed out. Obviously, we've got that internal muscle layer and all this sort of deformation now as well. So the bullet will always carve a unique path through that skeleton, and it will deform in unique ways as well, which is quite cool. But yeah, we've basically made sure that you can still incapacitate the AI as well. So if you wanted to actually draw their friends out to them to try and heal that person, if you've like shot them in the leg or something or blown away that part of them, it's going to pulling people out to that person. They have a sort of weighting system as well. So if they sense a lot of their friends have died in a certain region, then they basically look at that waypointed space and go, that doesn't look like a good place to be, and they'll actually flank around that sort of high death zone and try to get at you in different ways rather than just always going to the same place.
Oh, we've got another one. Where's this one gonna go? It's another headshot. Nice, very good.
Yeah, he's got some skills.
I don't think we've had any ball shots though. I feel like it wouldn't be a demo of Sniper Elite if we didn't have at least one. That's your challenge, game player. They go for it. Here it comes. Oh no, that certainly looked painful, but this might be the money. Is this on the money? This would be a great way to end it. Oh, why do I want to see this? No, that was
looks like a lower intestine or something.
Lower intestine, yeah. Pretty brutal all the same.
Really folded in there. That was quite brutal.
Yeah. So there, I guess, does it all depend on kind of the ragdoll physics as well? This stuff all comes together to work on the path of the bullet. I mean, I mean, in terms of how does the body react to the way it gets shot? These things aren't pre-scripted, right? It's
no, it's always going to happen, differently. Like obviously with Azura Tech and our physics that we have, there's going to be different reactions from the body based on the bullet's trajectory, the velocity, the distance. All these factors are going to come into play to have a different result on the AI after their shot. It looks like he's mercilessly hunting that ball shot for you now.
You can do it, I believe. That was
so
more
close.
of a knee. It was good, though.
It's interesting, he's bringing up now, see the kill 35 XP premeditated, so obviously depending on how you're playing the game, we reward the player with higher XP bonuses for different play styles. So if you run around with a stem machine gun and shoot everyone in the face, you're not going to accrue a lot of XP. But if you are running around with a sniper rifle, sound masking your shots, relocating, shooting from a new position, you're going to earn much more XP, and then you can actually customize your rifle and start to unlock a whole new suite of traps and different things to attack the AI with. And the great thing about that as well is any of the XP that you're accruing in the single-player campaign and the customizations you make to your rifle, you can then take that rifle online for the multiplayer battles.
So you spend mercilessly hours hunting for the perfect ball shot and then get a really great rifle. You can take that online.
Exactly. But you do have to be careful, because if you drop that rifle, someone else can pick it up and then use it on you for the duration of that round.
You haven't lost it. They could just.
No, you've not lost it. You still obviously you get to keep that. But all the XP that you're accruing in multiplayer as well will unlock things for the single player campaign. So we try to keep it really nice and freeform there.
So because this entire game is set in the African campaign, How did you guys make sure there was still kind of variety in your locations? That must be a bit of a challenge because everything's kind of deserty.
I guess it was like our choices of environments. We made sure that we took the player to new locations all throughout the missions. The journey that you take throughout the North African campaign. As I said earlier, the environment has a lot of diversity there. So I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but there's some really nice sort of influences that we draw from the classic films like Indiana Jones and that sort of thing, where we're showing off some of these really nice, beautiful environments. Obviously, we vary the time of day as well, so you always get a new color palette there. I think some people have had hands-on with Hellfire, one of our amazing larger, massive environments, and it's just the richness of color and the beauty in that environment is amazing. The artists at Rebellion have done an amazing job.
So you've been producing this for it's both current, well, I guess current gen is next gen, but tell me the platforms I'm going to play this on. That's a much better question. What platforms can people get hold of Sniper Elite on?
So, of course, you can get hold of it on PC, but we've got both next generation consoles for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, but we're also coming out on PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360.
Okay.
And you do get the same experience across all those platforms, but of course with the next generation consoles, you get new bindings with the controllers. You also get, the nice tessellation, DirectX 11, all these sorts of things. It's
really
going to make it
HD skull-breaking bullet shots.
The thing is, we're also 1080p on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Yeah, so that's nice that we got that one out of the bag.
Absolutely.
We're quite proud of that.
No, it looks really great. And what engine is this built in, actually? Is this Unreal Tech?
No, so this is our own engine, Rebellion, so it's called Azura Tech, so the guys work really hard internally to make sure that that's looking slick, and we're pretty proud of the stuff that we've done for the next generation consoles, and also pretty proud of how far we pushed the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. We've got way more AI running around this time, and as I say, you do get the same experience on both the next gen and previous generation consoles, which we're proud of as well.
Fantastic. So loads of people, pretty much anyone with a console can get their hands on this then.
Exactly.
Now, and speaking of which, when is the release date? When can you get your hands on this?
So we've got July 1st.
July 1st?
Yeah, it's quite soon.
No time.
All right. We've got a nice timeline there because there's not so much out at the moment, and I think Sniper stands out from the crowd as well. We've got a lot of positive feedback today.
It's nice because pretty much every game I've had on stage that I've been really excited about has been like 2015, and so not this one. That's fantastic.
You've got days, mate. You can't wait.
I know. This is good. So remember, guys, if you have any more questions, we're almost about out of time. But if you have any more questions, please do throw them in on Twitter. I'm at CamFrazRob. Probably got time for one or two more at the most. See what else I had. I had something else I really wanted to ask you about the stealth combat. So you were mentioning that you can, obviously you can use sound to distract and to lure your enemies around.
Yeah.
What about like kind of covering mechanics? Have you included anything new in there?
Yeah, of course. Well, we've got a dynamic cover system now. So as he moves over to the cover here, what we actually have is feedback in the player character that, they're interacting with the cover. He's sort of leaning in against it, letting you know that he's starting to move. So that's free form. You don't actually have to bind to that. You can just walk up, take the benefits of it, and then when you walk away, you detach seamlessly. So that's not something that you have to commit to. We wanted something which was, as free form as possible for the player. So, when things can go bad so quickly and our AI is so formidable, we wanted to make sure that, you weren't stuck to cover or trying to release or something like that. You can just get in, get out, move around, vault over this cover. There's lots of interactions in the environment.
Fantastic. Well, let's end this on one more fantastic kill. No pressure. No pressure that we're playing. This better be the best one. This better be that elusive shot I'm after. No pressure. Wait, where's he going?
I think he's looking. He might have already killed everyone.
Have you killed everybody? Have you actually already killed everyone? God, you got to save one for the finale. He's looking. He's looking.
Oh, he looks like he might have a general over there.
You think you can get the general from here? This would be quite a shot. Oh, come on, give it. No.
Don't know if he's got line of sight.
I think those rocks are in the way. Well, you know what? That's a valiant effort. I'm probably just being greedy. We've had so many wonderful kills. But thank you so much for joining me on stage, man, and for showing off Sniper Elite 3. It's been really good fun. It's been great to see it running on brand new tech as well. And yeah, so that's just once again for everyone. When can they get their hands on Sniper Elite 3?
July 1st, man.
July 1st. July 1st. Great. Well, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us all day today on across our two stages. We've had you guys here on the Samsung stage and over on the Gamespot stage as well. But it's about time now to throw to our final thing of the day, which is our Gamespot Wrap Show. But remember to come back tomorrow. We're going to have a ton more live demos across our live stages. So we will, of course, see you then. Over to the Wrap Show.